All right, that's it. This is week 5. This week we're going to study the nitrogenase family of enzymes, which is, I'll admit, my favorite family of enzymes. Everyone should have a favorite family of enzymes. Mine is nitrogenase. So here are the announcements for this week. This will be the last week I do this, and then we move on to final exam time. So, list of topics coming up. So the readings this week are still from the bioinorganic chapter. For this final week, we're going to study nitrogenase. I wanted to make sure and everyone knew what was still due in this class. So the first thing that's due is all of the homeworks that are on Sakai. Those are due. There was an issue with the the due dates on Sakai. Some of them closed. And so I've reopened all of those. Everything is due on May 8th, and if you have an issue and need it to be submitted after that, please email me and let me know. Quizzes 5, 6, and 7, which will each cover that week's material, which are weeks 2, 3, and 4. The organometallics, bioinorganic, and experimental methods. So take those quizzes. That gives you at least a sense of what the midterm might look like. Speaking of that, midterm 2, which is going to cover everything since midterm 1, nomenclature, ligand substitution, kinetics, a typo, organometallic reactions, catalytic cycles, I lost my train of thought, bioinorganic chemistry, experimental techniques, and nitrogenase. The midterm will appear on Sakai by the end of the week, and I will provide detailed instructions for how you are to take the midterm. There will be no final exam, so it's a non-cumulative midterm that will cover what we've done in the second half of the class. So, it will be open note, it will be open book. Schedule for this week, there are 4 lectures planned, and they are first a background and the key players of the nitrogenase enzyme. So the iron sulfur cluster, the iron protein, the iron molybdenum protein, the P cluster, the iron molybdenum cofactor, and there's the reading. We'll then discuss the mechanism of the fixation of nitrogen, how that works. We'll then look at the nitrogen binding site and channels that allow the nitrogen to hit the active site of the enzyme. And then finally, a fixation on the fixation of dinitrogen, sort of a summary of the course and more of a philosophical type of a lecture. Some skills and homework already up on Sakai, so you can take a look at them and do them. The answer keys are not yet posted, but they will be probably before you see this video. So there are 5 homework questions for this week. And then there's a skill. If you want to dive into looking at the nitrogenase enzyme, you can. This gives you some interesting look at the nitrogenase cluster, so you can take a look at that. You don't have to, but it's a kind of a cool way to look at sort of how this enzyme is put together. And that is the end of the week and of the course. So it's been a weird last couple weeks for sure, and I hope everyone's still doing okay. I'll be in touch with more details about the midterm when I have it.